It's time for Hello, Mr. President. Now, this is that segment of the show that we use and take the opportunity to bring all the communities from far and wide, wherever there are challenges that are going on in the communities, for us to be able to push the agenda of getting all the duty bearers within your community to be responsive and to deal with the issues that are happening in your communities. So just as a reminder, send a 60-second video, alternatively a 250-word email to hello Mr. President tv@gmail.com. And once we receive it, we'll act on it and we will bring the issues to the duty bearers and make sure that action is taken and your problems are solved. So bit by bit, we go around the country as the issues come up. So let's go to the Volta region. Now, we received a video from the Volta region, Hlevi specifically. Now, there's a water crisis there. It's a very serious issue. Let's take a look at this insert, and we'll come back and continue the conversation.
Good day, Mr. President. My name is Harry Graphic. Currently, I am at Hlevi, a suburb of Sudagopa, southern in the Volta region. Mr. President, Hlevi is having water crisis. For the past 18 months, we don't have water in this community. We've been to the MP's office, the MC's office, the DC's office, but still nothing has been done. For the past 18 months, which means the free water you give us, we didn't even enjoy it. Please, Mr. President, you have to come to our aid. The water we drink is from the hole we dug for irrigation purpose. If you look at the color, it's brown. It's brown, Mr. President. That's the only hole the whole community uses. We are about 5,000 in this community, Mr. President. We depend on this hole for survival. If you have money, then you can take a car and go to Sugaku and go and buy water. Please call upon the MP. He has been coming here, but still for the past 18 months, nothing has been done. Please, Mr. President, help us. We need your help. Please help us. Come to our aid. Good day, Mr. President. My name is Harry Graphic. Currently, I am at Hlevi, a suburb of Sudagopa, southern in the Volta region. Mr. President, Hlevi is having water crisis. For the past 18 months, we don't have water in this community. We've been to the MP's office, the MC's office, the DC's office, but still nothing has been done. For the past 18 months, which means the free water you give us, we didn't even enjoy it. Please, Mr. President, you have to come to our aid. The water we drink is from the hole we dug for irrigation purpose. If you look at the color, it's brown. It's brown, Mr. President. That's the only hole the whole community uses. We are about 5,000 in this community, Mr. President. We depend on this hole for survival. If you have money, then you can take a car and go to Sugaku and go and buy water. Please call upon the MP. He has been coming here, but still for the past 18 months, nothing has been done. Please, Mr. President, help us. We need your help. Please help us. Come to our aid.
All right, so there you have that very heartbreaking story from Hlevi in the South Tong constituency. Now, it's very important. Water is life. Water is everything. All right, we have the DCE on standby on the line, and Emmanuel Louis Agama is the DCE of the South Tong District Assembly. Good morning, Mr. Agama.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us here. We wanted to find out from you, so what's the situation on the ground as far as the water situation is concerned? If you can help us to understand that.
Okay. Very good morning to your listeners. Thank you very much for your efforts in, putting out the plight of people in our various communities. Hlevi is a community not far from the district capital of South Tong district, precisely. Hlevi is situated along the Accra-Aflao Highway and is connected to the main water line. We have a water treatment facility at Agodome. It was constructed in 1998 and was to take a capacity of 7,200 cubic meters of water. But due to population and economic growth, the pressure on the water is so scarce to get to other communities. According to investigations, the lines were to be 12 meters, 12 inches. That is to be laid in the district. But fortunately at that time, I don't know, the leaders were unable to put the pipelines, the 12 inches that was contained in the document. But they put down 6 inches pipeline, which is unable to supply adequate water to the communities. When I spoke with the manager of Ghana Water Company Limited, what he told me was the rate of is a little bit on elevation, which means water getting to is very difficult. So what we did as an assembly was to provide, poly tanks that can contain water for them. But still, the flow of the water is so limited. But I'm happy to announce the president last year saw our plight and came to commission a project. It's an Italian export credit facility of 97.18 million pounds, which was to be constructed at Godome Theta Water Expansion Project. As I speak, contractors are on site. The project delayed a little bit because of land issues. We have to contact the landowners for them to release the land for the expansion. And they are working day and night on the project, which will provide about 9.3 million gallons of water per day.
Okay.
And then 7.7 million of gallons, which contains conventional filtered plant. And this is ongoing.
Okay.
And hopefully, it's a 3-year project, but hopefully the situation will be solved. As I speak, they are developing certain strategies by getting water tankers to be supplying water to the communities to alleviate their suffering. So we are on course to solving their problem.
All right. So first of all, the project that you say is ongoing in Agodome. How far is Hlevi from that town?
From Agodome.
Yes.
Yes, Agodome is just a treatment facility which supplies water to an overhead tank in Sogakope,
Okay.
the district capital.
Okay.
From Sogakope to roughly about 7 to 8 kilometers.
Okay. So this challenge that they had originally with the pipelines, all right, being too small and all of that. If we don't change the pipelines as part of the project, how is that going to benefit the community?
Yes, changing of the pipeline is in the project.
It's part of the project. Are you saying it's part of the project?
Yes.
Okay.
Contained in the project.
Okay.
Changing of the pipeline.
Okay.
Bonus.
Okay. So now let's talk to the immediate solution of providing water tankers. Has that begun already, or when is that supposed to begin?
Yes, we were doing that last year during the COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
We were supplying water to other communities. The MP also supported with his fund, and we were sending water to the communities. But due to financial constraints, the beginning of this year, we couldn't, embark on further actions.
Okay, so
I made arrangements with management for us to get to tanker services to supply water to them.
Okay, so during the free water provision by government, so I'm assuming that you didn't get any access to any of that?
Please come again. The line.
No, I was asking about the free water provision by government during the times that government provided that for the sake of alleviation of the pressure on citizens. Did you get any of that free water?
Yes, they got free water. Ghana Water Company provided them with a poly tank and was giving them free water until recently that is stopped.
Okay, so just give us finally the sense of when the alleviation will be complete in terms of Agodome treatment plant being ready and the provision of water flowing all the way through to Hlevi. When can we expect that it will be done so that the citizens will no longer be in the water situation they find themselves?
Yes, the project is a 3-year.
Yes, you said so.
Yes, 3 years.
Yes.
But according to engineers, proximity of Southtown is so close. The town is located in Southtown, so we will get a supply first before other districts or municipality get them. It's about 6 municipality or MDAs in the region. It comprises of Keta, Anglo, Ketu South, Ataki South,
Okay.
Ketu North, and so on. But some will get the first share of the project.
Okay.
So
roughly by when?
End of the year.
End of the year. Okay. All right. Yeah, Mr. Agama, thank you very much for speaking to us. We're really grateful.
You are welcome.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. All right. So that was Mr. Louis Agama, Emmanuel Louis Agama, who is the DCE of the South Tongue District Assembly, and hopefully the community within Hlevi will receive their water by close of year this year, fully flowing water. And let's go to Setre Afram Plains now. They have a very bad situation with a toilet facility that's seriously deteriorated, and then also there's a complaint that the corn mill, that is a public corn mill for all the members of the community to use, has also broken down. Let's take a look. We'll come back and continue our conversation.
Afram Plains NIA aha a district capital a Drobonso. Meaning I represent say you need toilet facility cry also ewaha. So okay toilet facility is here. Imunina papa e bubu aye uwu ifidi. Into wo koso anu akrefie SME kwedi bia na mama. Na wo koso so age so wo ntare egu abonten na wi a wo do ho kwatrepa abefa entare no. We nyina ye wo DC a friend Joseph Owusu odanchem ete ha wode nani ahwe ade we mfie 9 enie wa anya ho hwe. Minu arahosem ni bi ni say disabled fo sika eba district assembly common fund emu percentage de ma wo mu no. Owure ka so de bi eye nikanika ama disabled fo yi. Yinim say ye nuanu mu eye ayarefo nti na nko obekwa akoto nia ye de ma electricity. Owure ekoto de ye say abrane gina ho echima fidie no wan na ansa na age so. Ye si afidie wɔn kura na awere hosem ne sɛ anka ban na ɛyɛ ade de anka ɔbɛsi blog dan ɛna edi nikanika yi asi mu owura yi ɛkɔpae board ɛwɔ wura mu ɛna bɛbɔ ntaabɔ dan de asi mu mfie mmienu enie yintimi nspark yɛ afidie no obi anim die ntia wɔn nyinaa yɛ nneɛma asɛe aban sika na owura Joseph Owusu wɔamoa ade hyɛ wɔ Setre Afram Plains.
All right, so that's the president of the Concerned Citizens of Afram Plains. Now we have his secretary online to speak to us, William Boer. Are you on the line? Wisdom Boer. Okay, am I pronouncing your surname correctly? Is that right, Boer?
Yeah, it's Wisdom Boer.
Wisdom Boer. Okay, thank you for joining us. Now, Wisdom, the the situation as your president describes it, tell us about your attempts to reach the authorities.
Thank you very much. And then get into your viewers. All what my chairman was trying to say is that we have made so many attempts to reach the district chief executive.
Yeah.
To explain to us why the structure of our toilet facility is dilapidated, and he seemed not to help us because the Chafran Plains at Drobonsu, to be precise, it's about voter population of 6,000.
Okay.
And that is the toilet which is serving the entire community. So we made an attempt to approach our district chief executive.
Yeah.
Anytime we go there, they will be telling us he's having a meeting, he's not here. They will be giving us excuses.
Yeah.
They did not allow us get in touch to the district chief executive. So that is, we have made so many attempts.
Okay, so apart from the district chief executive, have you tried speaking to anybody else in authority?
We spoke to our chief.
Okay. What is the chief saying?
The chief promises that you contact the district chief executive and the opinion leaders in the community.
Yeah.
In the 2 weeks time, we went to the chief and he said, in fact, he couldn't get in touch to the district chief executive. He learned the man is so busy in such a way that he can't get in touch.
Yeah.
With him.
Yeah. Wisdom.
Yes, sir.
Just hold on a second. We are looking at images of the toilet facility,
okay.
And it looks really, really bad. I mean, I don't know how you guys have been surviving with this thing. You said 6,000 people in the community.
Yeah.
And is this the only toilet facility there?
In fact, the district chief executive tried to build a toilet facility for us.
Okay.
About 6 years ago, the toilet facility is languishing in the bush.
Wow.
Without continuing it.
Wow. I see. We've actually made several attempts. At least about 8 or 9 times we've called his number, but he's never, picked up his phone. So
yeah, that is his behavior.
Yeah. So I'm not sure exactly who we can speak to call him to order, because his name is Joseph Owusu. It's Joseph Owusu, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Yeah. So Joseph Owusu is the DCE of Setre Afram Plains District, and many attempts have been made by the citizenry and us as well here at City, trying to call him several times for him to speak to the issue, but he simply wouldn't pick his calls. Our producers have attempted calls, WhatsApp messages, text messages. He just doesn't respond to anything at all. So please, whoever is watching right now that has the authority to call him to order should please do. Mr. President, we are expecting that Joseph Owusu should get in touch and find out what is actually going on. We want to know your citizens in your community there. Wisdom.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So the corn mill situation, your president was talking about the fact that you needed an electric one because of the disabled persons within your community. And he bought a manual one for you?
For me, I can say it is a waste of government money to buy that particular corn mill for those disabled people, because I don't think they can even start it.
I see.
They can't start it because they are disabled.
Okay.
So even they should have buy electricity powered one, so that one is on the wall. When you press it, the machine will start working.
Okay.
This one, you have to use your manpower to just start it. How are they going to start it?
So for how many years has this been sitting down unused?
It's now getting to 2 years.
I can see.
It's now getting to 3 years. 3 years now.
I can see cobwebs on it. It looks abandoned.
Yes.
So for 3 years now, nobody has been using this.
Nobody has been using it. Even since they mounted, I don't think they've even started to see if it can work or it cannot work.
Wow. I see.
So that is the situation we are in here.
Wisdom.
Yes, please.
In your community, do you have a lot of physically challenged people suffering with all forms of disabilities?
Yes, please.
You do? You have a lot of people like that?
Yes.
Okay. Would you be able to give us a rough idea of, out of your 6,000 people, how many people are living with disabilities within the
the Bonso community, I can say they reach about 80 plus.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we really appreciate you speaking to us and bringing this issue up. We will keep trying his number and see if we can get in touch with his bosses as well and call him to order, because this is just not acceptable. Joseph Owusu is the DCE of Setra Upfront Plains, and if anybody knows him, get him to watch this particular episode of Hello, Mr. President, because it's completely unacceptable that somebody who is an assignee of the president of this country, is sitting out there in Setra Upfront Plains and completely, abandoning his community members. And when people are calling on him, he's avoiding their calls. Now we here too are calling to say what's going on. He's also avoiding our calls. I'm not sure if he even knows who's calling him, because at this rate he doesn't seem to pick his calls for anybody. I'm not sure what's really happening here, but we will try and get on top of this because somebody knows him. He was appointed by the president. All right, we've been watching Hello, Mr. President. Thank you very much for watching this segment of the show. Breakfast Daily has come to an end. We really appreciate your time. My name is David Kwekusechi, and before we go, I want to say a very big happy birthday to one of my best friends in the building, Na Adole Moffat.